Okay, so this is the movie review for Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous.
One eternity later.
Emancipation of one Harley Quinn. Oh god, my prostate's the size of a cantaloupe. Ugh.
What's going on, movie fans? Welcome back to JBuck Studios, your home for reviews, reactions, and ridiculousness. Anyways, though, DC is back at it with their latest comic book movie, a bunch of leading ladies in this film, Birds of Prey. It's open season on Harley Quinn when her explosive breakup with the Joker puts a big fat target on her back. Unprotected on the run, Quinn faces the wrath of narcissistic crime boss, Black Mask. So is Birds of Prey DC's answer to Deadpool? Let's find out. But before I get into my thoughts, let me know what you guys thought of Birds of Prey if you've already seen this film or if you're very much looking forward to it this weekend. Now let's get into some of the good. So getting right into Birds of Prey, I'm not going to mention the subtitle because it is way too long. Too many words for my mush mouth to say. But Birds of Prey, getting into this film, obviously Harley Quinn is at the forefront of this film, meaning that this is a very stylized film. It's very bright colors, it's very goofy, it's very witty, it's very glittery, and I liked that kind of stylized, I guess, style, because again, these DC movies tend to go a little bit darker. Shazam was a little bit family friendly, but dark elements as well. But this Birds of Prey, it's rated R, it's darker, it's bright, it's colorful, it's glittery, like I mentioned, because of Harley Quinn. So it's very stylized, I'll give it that. But then going into the performances, the music, some of the action set pieces, I thought that about half of this worked. Obviously, Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, the standout in this film. The Huntress, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, or Winstead as well. I thought she did a great job. And then also Ewan McGregor I know people are going to comment on that, as Black Mask. I thought he did a fabulous, perfect, emphasis on fabulous job as this character. But then, half the music worked. Black Betty, there was a scene with cocaine and whatnot, and I thought that worked. And then half of the action set pieces. However, getting into the other half of what I kind of just mentioned, I thought it completely fell flat. I thought the musical choices, again, it was a lot of music that I don't listen to, I'm not familiar with, so that might be why I didn't think that it worked in this film. But setting the music to the specific scenes in this film, I thought was very out of place. Again, it could be based on because Harley Quinn is all over the place. I did not think a lot of the music worked in this film. Performances, Rosie Perez as the cop, I thought she worked fairly well, but it was a very cheesy character, and they hinted at it because it's an 80s cop spewing off these lines. I did not like that character one bit. And also Cassidy Kane, the young girl that's the thief, the pickpocket, I thought was absolutely, I wouldn't say miscast, but just poorly written. It was a character that I did not like at all, very unlikable character, and I thought all of the lines, the portrayal, the facial expressions did not work for myself. And then the action set pieces, again, half of it worked, but a lot of it I thought was just sloppily thrown together. It's like we're in this fun house, jumping off of these teeter-totters and googly things, or trampolines, and I like what they did, but I did not like the fight choreography here. I thought it was sloppily thrown together in this film. But getting into the story and I guess pacing, the pacing for this film, obviously a 3-act structure. The first full act into maybe the beginning of the second act completely did not draw me in. It didn't do anything to grab my attention. I thought it was a very slow slog of the first 45 minutes of this movie. I mean, this movie is only about 150 minutes. The first 45 did nothing for me. I'm sorry, but I almost walked out of this movie. I don't want to do that, but that's how I felt through the first 40. You know what? It was boring. The first 45 minutes of this story, setting everything up, was very boring. But this ties into, honestly, the story in this film. It's being told from Harley Quinn's point of view. Obviously, she's crazy. It is mentioned many times, and I thought that the unreliable narrator throughout this story made for a very confusing story and the plot, and I understand that that was the intention that they were going for, where she's telling a story and then goes back and has to tell this other part. I mean, it's like any friend you have who is bad at telling stories, leaving out details and then correcting those details later on. It's a fun concept on paper, but the way that it played out on the big screen, I thought made for this sloppy mishmash of a movie that doesn't, it's like you had a coherent story and then you're like, boom, let's move that there, let's move that there, let's change that a little bit. And I understand what they were going for, but I thought that it made for a very unclear story at the end of the day. Overall, Birds of Prey is, you know, in the end of things, a Harley Quinn movie and kind of an ensemble setup for Birds of Prey, with it featuring a very stylized style and about half of the aspects working, while the other half completely did not work for myself, taking way too long to get into the film, and this sloppy structure of a film. I mean, I hate to do this, but I would not seek out Birds of Prey. I mean, if you're a DC fan, if you're a Harley Quinn fan, if you're a fan championing these women, go out for this film. But I thought that it was just a very poorly made film, and I hate to do that because I know what it took to put into this film. This movie was not for me. In closing, I'm going to give Birds of Prey 2 out of 5 cups of pudding. So what did you guys think of Birds of Prey and this extremely long subtitle? If you've already seen this film, or if you're still looking forward to this film, let me know in the comments down below. Anyways, though, as always, thank you so much for watching. Watch some more videos up there or right over there. Right over there is probably going to be the Lodge ending explained poorly. I know that it's not a wide release. I had a lot of fun doing this video, put a lot of time into it. Check that out. Follow all my social media down there. Like this channel, share this video out, share this video, all of that jazz. Until next time, though, we'll see you later.